starting my day with a cool, cloudy morning in Albany. I have one thing to see here, then I'll continue southwest through Georgia, then cross into Florida. My first stop is along the Flint River in downtown Albany. This rotating display of Ray Charles playing the piano. At least, I think it's rotating. Ray Charles was born in Albany in 1930. He lost his sight at the age of 6. He is called the genius of soul. This is a beautiful park with the piano keys surrounding the fountain and sculpture. Also, Ray Charles music is playing. Look at the piano keys over here along the retaining wall. Also some concrete in the shape of music notes. It looks like this area has been painted recently. I wonder if I play Ray Charles music here all day. It's about 8 in the morning. I'm not sure if the sculpture is rotating. So we're using the GoPro for a time-lapse video to see if the sculpture is actually rotating. We'll be here for about 15 minutes or so. That should be enough time. Walking down to the river is quite a bit lower than street level. I'm going to do a viewing deck right on the river. Here's the Flint River. It's still a little high even though we've been in a dry spell for the last 3 weeks. There's still a little color on the leaves, but we are south of the fall line, so most of the trees here are evergreens. Walking back up to the sculpture, it's been about 15 minutes, and it looks like the sculpture has not rotated at all. Now heading south, it's about a 30-minute drive to Moultrie, where some more roadside attractions await. The first one of those attractions is at the Pleasant Grove Primitive Baptist Church. The cemetery behind the church is where I'm going. Panning around, you might notice one headstone is a little different than the rest. This is the gravesite of William F. Duggan. The elephant sculpture comes from a baby elephant named Nancy. Nancy was acquired in 1949 to be in Duggan's circus, but Duggan passed away before the circus's first performance. Duggan is buried near other family members. The elephant is life-size from when Duggan passed away. Now heading toward the Moultrie downtown square to see if they're decorated for Christmas. Much of southwest Georgia has had quite a bit of population declines. Moultrie has been fairly steady. I saw a new public supermarket, which is a good sign. Check out this tiny courthouse, very ornate architecture. Here's a quick scan around the downtown square. Also note that Christmas lights have been strung across many of the downtown streets. I bet this is beautiful at night. Here's a bell near the courthouse. It doesn't look like a replica of the Liberty Bell, however. Some remaining fall color, trying to hang on just before December. This classic theater just off the downtown square. I bet it played many classic movies back in the day. It has that classic 1930s and 1940s Art Deco look. Today, this is a senior center. Now it's time to head southwest toward my next destination. I'm trying to pick up a new county. The name of the road might clue you in on the name of the city I'll be next visiting. I'm in the city of Pavo, population about 650. Roughly half of it is in Thomas County, the other half is in Brooks County, which I have not visited until now. There's not much open in the downtown area, a couple of gas stations, a thrift store, and maybe a couple other stores. This is definitely an old South Georgia town. This is not far away from Thomasville, which is a decent-sized city. Here's a better look at the downtown area. Very little is open now, some light Christmas decorating. As I mentioned earlier, Brooks is a newly visited county.
This duct tape doesn't stick to paper, but it sticks pretty well to a stop sign. County 151.
A little bit of service station sign treasure on the left. Say that 3 times fast. Now heading in a more westerly direction to my next destination. It's very beautiful here. I'm now in Colquitt, Georgia. Still some fall decorations right here, as well as advertising their peanut and cotton harvesting economy. Colquitt is also Georgia's first mural city. The painted silos I'll see in a minute, but first I'm seeing the short totem pole sculpted by Peter Toth. This is part of the Trail of Whispering Giants, which is a collection of sculptures Toth has created. He has at least one sculpture in each of the 50 U.S. states. The sculpture is located on U.S. Highway 27 at the Chamber of Commerce building. Now it's time to see those painted silos a few blocks away. Colquitt has a few nice murals, one on the building on the right, and of course the silos ahead of us. That has to be a lot of work to create the painting on all sides of the silos. The painted mural here at the Cultural Arts Building is pretty neat too, canoeing through the river. At an old-timey gas station, taking a look toward the downtown area. Whoa. This is an old school bus decorated and attached to the building. That's pretty neat. Now I'm very close to the painted silos. You can see how large they are compared to the nearby buildings. Here is a farmer harvesting peanuts. On another side is cotton being harvested and assembled in large loaves or bricks or whatever the shape is called. The third side shows a field where an unknown crop is being grown, probably cotton, peanuts, or pecans. Now heading toward the downtown square, Colquitt is located in Miller County. Looks like a fairly busy downtown. Lots of shops, some restaurants. You can see some painted murals as well. Also a movie theater. Looks like another Art Deco style edifice. This is the Colquitt State Theater. I believe this is a historical landmark. Maybe not a landmark, but it is a restoration of a theater that was closed for over 40 years. In the center of the square is the Miller County Courthouse. Not much to it, nothing fancy. Miller County was created in 1856, named for Judge Andrew J. Miller, who died that same year. He championed property rights for married women. I've been to Miller County before, so no county number to hold up this time. The small town clock always reminds me of Marceline. This clock knows Colquitt is George's first mural city. Now back on the road, and 15 minutes later I arrive in Donelsonville. This is a downtown main street, not a square this time around. It's got some Christmas decorations out. I don't know about you, but it feels like a Florida town. Maybe because this county is the southwesternmost county in Georgia. By the way, this is Seminole County. This is my first visit to this county, so...
County 152.
This is a nice edifice, mostly brick with white columns and accents. The clock has some ornate decorations, and all the letters U are instead B. This is a newer county, created just 101 years ago, named for the Seminole Native American tribe. The Seminole tribe lived in this area, but they were forced out of the state and into Florida, where there are Seminole reservations today. The war memorial consists of several granite slabs resembling headstones. I mentioned I was close to Florida, and actually we were close to Alabama as well. I'll be very close to the Tri Point. About to cross the Chattahoochee River and into the Florida Panhandle. See where the river bends? That's roughly where Georgia, Florida, and Alabama meet. Now in the defunct town of Two Egg, Florida. Legend has it that the name Two Egg came from a Depression area practice of trading eggs for goods. How to make sure this little fella made it across the road safely. It took him quite a bit of time, but he made it. Not much left of Two Egg. Actually, most of it has been torn down for environmental reasons. All that's left are remnants of the old general store. Someone apparently owns it because there are no trespassing signs. This is a real shame. It would have been great to renovate this somehow, maybe turn it into a museum. Across the street are vacant lots that used to be other small businesses in Two Egg, but the state had torn them down several decades ago. Now heading east along US 90. It's a beautiful day in North Florida. Not a cloud in the sky, it's about 65 degrees. A perfect day. This is Lake Seminole, which stands at the Flint and Chattahoochee rivers. This is a good place for people to fish. This is also where Florida harvests most of their freshwater oysters, which is why they fight so hard to restrict Georgia from drawing from the Flint and Chattahoochee rivers. The dam is way in the distance. South of the dam forms the Apalachicola River and separates eastern and central time zones. That's my next stop. Now heading east over the Apalachicola River, and also back into Eastern Time Zone. I'm on a boat dock on the Apalachicola River. You can boat into the Gulf of Mexico from here. But check out the old US 90 bridge. It's so old they don't even allow pedestrians on it. But look at the Art Deco architecture. The decorative guardrails up there. You can see the dam just beyond the new bridge. Now I'm making my way to the dam itself to get a view. I'm actually back in Georgia, but I'm going to slip back into Florida, where the dam is. This is a really great view of Lake Seminole. You can tell how large the lake is from here. It looks like a few houses on the lake, on the Georgia side of the lake. The other side is the Apalachicola River. We'll get a closer look from the other side of the dam. But first we have to get on that road to the right and slip very briefly into Georgia again. Now on the low road, it's not far to get to the outlet side of the dam. And here we are, on the outlet side where the Apalachicola River starts. And in this direction, the river travels 160 miles, ending at the Gulf of Mexico. This is a good fishing spot as well. Now heading east again, getting close to Tallahassee, but we have one more stop to make. I'm going through the city of Quincy, which is about 25 miles away from Tally. Just east of Quincy is a restored Gulf service station. This looks like a replica of an old Coca-Cola bottle vending machine. Too much reflection in the window to see very well what's inside. These are the old-timey gas pumps and also the air pump right there. That's pretty cool. Before Interstate 10 was built, US 90 was the main road across the Florida Panhandle. Travelers relied on stations like this for fuel, beverages, sometimes light service on the car, like checking oil and other fluid levels, or even changing tires. Alright, my final stop awaits in Tallahassee. First, at the Leon County Public Library, this very interesting tree sculpture. I don't think this is an actual wood sculpture, but it is shaped like a tree, and it has people in the tree. One person is reading a book, and down below is a stack of books. This is a pretty big library, and I was wondering if it's because of its proximity to Florida State University. Also, Tallahassee is a fairly big city with lots of other schools nearby. Speaking of FSU, that's my next stop. I'm heading toward the de facto entrance to the university. It's just ahead. You can see the fountain in front of us. Looking at downtown Tally in that direction, and in the other direction is Westcott Fountain, an iconic symbol of FSU's heritage. The original Westcott Fountain was built from 1915 to 1917 and replaced with an exact duplicate in 1988. The surrounding courtyard was built in 1997. Probably many alumni have purchased a brick for this beautiful courtyard. When the school is in session, these many benches are all occupied by students. FSU is rated one of the best colleges in the country, a good value for tuition. One tradition is the students on their 21st birthday are thrown into the fountain. Sometimes as a prank, students will dye the water a different color. The university was founded in 1851 and has about 43,000 students. About 9,000 of those are working toward graduate degrees. Here's a downtown road that overlooks the Capitol building. Plenty of restaurants and nightlife here. My parents were pleasantly surprised how nice the area is. Maybe because they went to a not-as-good school, the University of Central Florida. Well, the sun is just about set, so I'm going to check into my very quirky hotel for the evening.
You guys gotta see this. That is the best toilet ever. Look at this hanger here.
Looks like a colorful dorm room. Also, lots of power and USB outlets to charge all your stuff. I'll show you the lobby and breakfast area in the next video.
This is going to wrap things up from Tallahassee. I had a good day driving through southwest Georgia and into Florida. Lake Seminole was absolutely beautiful. And I think my parents are trying to get rid of me by showing me around all these college campuses. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!